Welcome back to the dojo, y'all. Welcome back to the daily discussions. I'm your host, Professor Hawk Sensei, and I'm glad you're tuning in. I'm glad you can make it. Down to business. Today, I want to talk about face your fears. Face your fears. They ain't going nowhere. It's all in your mind. The things that you're afraid of, the things that you fear. Something I've learned throughout the years. It seems like the worst case scenario almost never happens. The things that we fear almost never come about. And if we do somehow come across that situation or that stimuli, whatever it is, we find a way to work our way through it. That's why I'm talking about face your fears. I'm not telling you not to have any fear, no. That would be foolish, that would be stupid. Natural selection will come find you very quickly. But facing your fears is knowing that you're scared, but you still go forth anyway. That's what it means to have courage. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of what could possibly happen. But I can't allow that to stop me. This is what I mean by face your fears. Your fear may not even be something that keeps you up at night. It may just be a situation or an outcome you rather not have to deal with. But even so, not progressing to what you want in and of itself is a sense of fear. Face that fear. Face that that plateau of failure or success. It's not good to just not do anything. And the main reason why I can say that is because a lot of my life I have not done anything. And sometimes it haunts me because I wish I would have done more, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about facing our fears. It's even possible to fear success. Can you believe that? All the things that you want and dreamt about. If you really thought about it, if you just got everything all at once that you really want, you might even be a little scared. You might even be a little afraid. You may even be like, man, what's next? There ain't nothing left for me to do. Is this the end for me? Facing your fears, man, it makes you better. That is, if you can overcome your fear. Fear is not something that is easily triumphed. Fear is a seed. It starts off as a seed. And then it grows gradually into a living nightmare, something that you are deathly afraid of. Right? But what if you were able to face that fear and in turn conquer it? Can you imagine how strong or powerful you would feel if you could just simply overcome that little fear? And I don't want to diminish the way you may feel about a particular thing, but can you at least imagine what it would be like to not be afraid of that anymore? Have you even thought about what it would be like if you weren't afraid of this? Have you talked to anyone who isn't afraid of this particular thing that you are fearful of? Do you have a point of reference of what it's like to not be fearful? Or do you have a point of reference of what it's like to be fearless? Regardless, fear is a double-edged sword. Most things in life are, but today we're talking about fear. Fear can save you. Fear can guide you and condition you to avoid danger. There's one good thing about fear. Fear can help you survive. But on the other hand, it can also keep you frozen in place. It can keep you stagnant. It can keep you from progressing, advancing, growing, learning, and even connecting. Fear can stop your life. Not kill you, but stop your life from going anywhere, any further. You may be afraid of depression. You may be afraid of happiness. You may be afraid of love. You may be afraid of lust. You may be afraid of abandonment. You may be afraid of bugs. It doesn't matter what your fear is. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So why not face it? Just get it over with. Get it out the way. Let's go ahead and run that fade. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. I can't say there was any one thing I was particularly afraid of, per se. But I was always afraid of dying a painful, gruesome death. And I was always afraid of dying and not being remembered. My fears are not of death itself, but my fears surround death. I know that one day we all will pass away. That's a guarantee. I'm not afraid of that. What I am afraid of is going in an excruciating manner. I fear that. And as a good believer, I also fear the Most High. Maybe I should have said that first, but it didn't immediately dawn on me until I really gave it some thought. What else do I fear? What else? Ah, there. Yes. Yes. I fear his judgment. But when it's time for me to face it, I will have no choice. Think of it like that. There may be a point in time or a place where you actually have to face your fear. It may not even be scripted. It may not even be designed that way. You just have an encounter with it and have to figure out a way to get past it, get over it, get through it, get under it, get around it. I don't know. But don't let fear stop you from living. Don't let fear stop you from loving. Don't let fear stop you from fighting. Don't let fear stop you from feeling. Because when you can't feel pain anymore, you're just numb to it all. it's almost like you dead anyway. You've given up all hope. You feel worthless. Maybe this is what you were fearful all along. Because you knew if you got to that place, you may never get out of it. But I'm here to tell you, the only thing to really fear is fear itself. Now that is cliche, yes. But when you finally understand it and grasp it, it makes you realize that you were only afraid of what you were thinking about. You were only afraid of what you focused on. I noticed a trend and a pattern with human beings. Out of sight, out of mind. If we're not around our fears, if we're not exposed to them, we don't even think about them. And if we come to a situation where we're overexposed to our fears, we'll have no choice but to adapt if we want to survive. Because that's ultimately the choice, survival. Survival. So, in order to get this survival thing going just a little bit better, so we can mature it or evolve it or change it or develop it into thrive. Instead of surviving, we can be thriving. You know what I mean? But that only happens if we can face our fears. If we can get up there and speak to all those people. Public speaking is one fear. If we could realize that the spiders that live near us, they really keep all the pesky insects away from us, but there are some of us who have arachnophobia. If we can overcome hydrophobia, that's the fear of water. Yeah, can you believe that people are actually afraid of water? I wonder how they wash their ass. Anyway, man, there may be people out there who look at what you're afraid of and laugh or scoff. But if you were to find out what they're deathly afraid of, the tables might turn. You might see a side of them you didn't think they had. You might be surprised. Because we all have things that we fear. But we can't allow our fears to dictate how we will live or who we will be. I'm just simply here to remind you to go ahead and face your fears. Even if you don't win, you'll feel better about yourself. You'll feel more confident about yourself that you had the balls to even challenge it. You know what I mean? So, the first time you face your fear, you may not overcome it. You may run with your tail between your legs. But you went for it. You tried for it. And if you're still here, you can try again. If you're satisfied where you are, you don't have to face your fears. If you've accomplished all the things that you'd ever hoped to, there's no more fears left for you to face. All I know is each one of us has things that we want to achieve in life. And on the same time, and at the same token, we all have things that hinder us and prove to be nothing more than obstacles that stand in our way. And sometimes the obstacle is only yourself. So maybe I should say, get out of your own way and go forth for what it is that you want, even if You may be a little fearful. That means you'll take it serious. That means you'll give it your all. That means you'll focus. You can use your fear to be more effective, if only you'll use it the correct way. Concentrate it. Use it to your advantage. Use it to make you stronger. I don't have too much more to say. I'm rather exhausted today, and my energy levels are slightly lower, but that's not gonna stop me from making a video for you guys. So, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. Hope you're waking up every day with a plan, a purpose, and a smile. And if you're not waking up with a plan, a purpose, and a smile, hey, at least you're waking up. Before you go, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. And don't forget to subscribe. Like it because I know you like it and I know you like me. Share the video because why not? We're not selfish. We're not stingy over here. And last but not least, subscribe. Because you came back too many times not to push that button. Till next time, guys. Class dismissed.